Hello, my name's Gavin Honcho, one of the founders of the Acquire Group. I've been privileged this year to interview numerous CFOs, COOs and CEOs and even board members that contributed to our Head Honcho interview series. Gaining access and time of these high-profile individuals isn't easy, and no more than my last interview for 2016, especially at this time of year. So I was delighted when our researchers and our ability to access our networks were able to secure this individual. Welcome, Santa, and thank you for joining us today.
Good to be here, Gavin.
Good to hear, good to hear. Now, Santa, how do you maintain such a strong global brand?
Okay, good question in quite poignant times. I mean, I'm a big believer in being first to market, so I've been here for many years, for eons in fact. But, you know, in terms of keeping up with times and changing times, I work very closely with Mrs. Claus to ensure that our marketing department is robust. And we also do some pretty famous joint ventures, such as with Coca-Cola. You know, obviously everyone's associating Coca-Cola. So they're the things that I think that keep our brand strong.
Fantastic, fantastic to hear. And Santa, have you ever considered, outsourcing your elf operations offshore or? Well,
it's obviously a strategy that many people employ globally, but we looked at it. We had a crack at kind of offshore into the Philippines, but it was a bit too hot for many of my elves. They're used to the snow, they're used to kind of colder conditions. So we canned that, and it was wanted to avoid sweatshop conditions. So no is a short answer. We looked at it, but we're not doing it anymore.
Makes sense, Santa. And Santa, what are some of the effects of things such as Brexit earlier this year and obviously the recent US elections? What impacts has that had on international markets for you?
Okay, good question. Well, as you'll be aware, I've been around for many, many years, so in terms of recent trends like Brexit and US elections, I've seen presidents come and go. I've been here through them all. But in terms of what I think Christmas is and what our business stands for, we're built on rock solid foundations, that's why I think kind of wooden toys have stood the test of time. This plastic's come and gone, but our core business is unaffected and we're not a political tool.
Fantastic, good to hear. Santa, how have you adapted to some of the global trends and phenomenons? And I'm thinking perhaps about the online world and the likes of the corporates such as like Alibaba.com.
Yeah, it's been interesting, I suppose, with the rise of the online retail world and how the North Pole and Santa Claus is going to respond to that. I think a great way has been through strategic partnerships, really. We're looking to leverage with some of our partners like parents, grandparents, anyone who we can really lend a hand in terms of giving the Christmas spirit. So that's our strategy, really. Embrace and join. Yep,
fantastic. And Santa, if you don't mind me asking one final question, as a mature, grey-haired nomad, how are you finding the employment market?
Well, let's face it, I'm in a very niche role, so there aren't too many options for me, but I like to think of myself as more of as a geriatric gypsy, My options are limited, but I wouldn't throw myself on the scrap heap just yet. I think I've got a role I can fill and do it well. I like to see myself living long and continuing this successful role.
Fantastic to hear. Well, Santa, from a very, very early age, I've always been a big admirer, and obviously I appreciate you're an extremely busy chap. So for you to come down, leave the reindeer outside, but spend that time with us just sharing those insights, absolutely fabulous. So thank you so much for your time, Santa.
And Merry Christmas to you, Gavin.
Thank you.
Is there any wishes I could grant you?
Oh, that's very, very kind of you. I suppose peace and happiness. Obviously a very prosperous and successful year in 2017 for all our candidates and our clients, and perhaps some fantastic new recruitment consultants to join the business. So.
Well, let's see what we can do.
Fabulous. Thank you, Santa.
Happy Christmas.